Imagine a world where your digital defenses aren't just reacting to threats, but actually anticipating them, where AI isn't simply some buzzword you hear everywhere, but it's like the foundational layer of your security strategy. Today, we're diving deep into Zscaler, a company that seems to be, well, really at the forefront of this whole transformation. Our mission for this deep dive is basically to unpack the latest insights from Zscaler's fiscal year 2025 earnings call. And all their presentation materials too. We want to go beyond just the headlines, really understand their remarkable financial performance, their strategic vision, and maybe most importantly, how they're tackling these incredibly complex, uh, fast-moving challenges around AI-driven cybersecurity and network transformation. Get ready for some genuine aha moments because we're really aiming to cut through the noise here and get you truly well informed. So, okay, with that compelling vision in mind, let's maybe ground ourselves in the numbers first. How did Zscaler's performance for fiscal year 2025 really set the stage for these ambitious plans?
Yeah.
Well, they reported what they called an outstanding Q4. So they exceeded their guidance across the board, and the numbers themselves are certainly, well, pretty impressive. Q4 revenue hit $719.2 million. That's a solid 21% year-over-year increase. But maybe even more significant, their annual recurring revenue, ARR, it crossed the $3 billion mark.
Yeah, $3.015 billion to
Yeah.
be exact.
Yeah, and that's 22% year-over-year growth. Makes them one of only two pure-play SaaS security vendors to hit that milestone.
And what's truly fascinating here, I think, beyond just the raw numbers, is how they achieved that growth. Zscaler consistently beat the Rule of 40 benchmark. They actually operated at what we could call the Rule of 50 for FY25.
Rule of 50. Okay, unpack that a bit.
Right, so this metric, it combines revenue growth percentage with free cash flow margin. And for Zscaler, that was 23% revenue growth plus a 27% FCF margin, totals exactly 50%. Now, it's not just some fancy metric, right? For Zscaler, it really shows they've not only mastered rapid expansion, but they're doing it with a financial discipline that's, well, often hard to find in high-growth tech. It kind of sets a new benchmark, really, for sustainable scalability in cybersecurity, signals strong growth and efficient profitability.
That sustained efficiency, yeah, that's definitely a powerful indicator. Shows underlying health. And it's clear their platform is becoming absolutely essential for major enterprises. By the end of FY25, Zscaler was securing, what, nearly 40% of the Global 2000?
And over 45% of the Fortune 500.
Wow. That kind of penetration, it really highlights their strategic role in, enterprise digital transformation.
Exactly. They closed the fiscal year with over 9,400 customers overall, and within that, 664 customers generating over $1 million in ARR.
And almost 3,500 hitting over $100,000 ARR. So significant deals. Okay, so with those strong financials providing, well, a really formidable foundation, the real story maybe lies in where Zscaler is focusing its resources now. They're rapidly accelerating platform innovations across three critical growth vectors, as they call them: AI security, zero trust everywhere, and data security everywhere.
And these three areas combined actually surpassed $1 billion in ARR just in Q4. Plus, they're growing faster than Zscaler's total ARR. That's key.
Right. Let's start with AI security then, because this feels like where things are getting incredibly dynamic, incredibly fast.
Oh, absolutely. We've really entered this era of omnipresent AI, as they put it, and that's leading to just explosive growth of AML traffic. Zscaler's own Threat Labs report revealed a staggering 3,500% increase in AML transactions on their cloud in just the past year.
3,500%. Wow.
Yeah, and this isn't just about, more data flowing. This rapid adoption creates entirely new security challenges. We're talking about things like model jailbreaking.
Where users trick the AI, right?
Yeah.
Bypass safety features.
Exactly. And prompt injection, slipping malicious instructions into prompts, or even model poisoning.
Feeding it bad data to mess it up later.
Precisely. These aren't your classic cyber threats. They demand a whole new approach.
That 3,500% surge, that number is just remarkable. It definitely points to an urgent need for, well, new security thinking. So how is Zscaler actually approaching this? What are their key solutions here?
Well, they have this kind of dual approach. First, they're focused on security for AI applications. So that means building solutions to secure the AI applications themselves and also control access to them, whether it's humans or increasingly other AI agents accessing them.
Okay, makes sense.
They recently launched Zscaler AI Guard. Apparently, it's already being tested by a, quote, significant number of large customers. It's designed to protect against both those traditional threats and these new emerging intent-based AI attacks. And As a natural extension of their whole Zero Trust platform, they're also developing solutions for agent-to-agent and agent-to-application communication.
Which seems critical as more software vendors roll out their own AI agents, right?
Exactly. It's becoming a necessity.
And the second part of their AI innovation is what they call agentic operations. That sounds like, well, a fundamental shift in how security teams might actually function. How is this going to redefine security and IT ops?
Precisely. And this portfolio alone, they expect it to surpass $400 million in ARR in fiscal year 2026. So big bet here.
Wow.
Agentic operations. It covers two key areas. First, agentic SecOps, security operations. Here, Zscaler is building an AI-powered SOC solution, Security Operations Center. The idea is to simplify operations, drastically cut down on alert fatigue for security analysts.
Which is a huge problem.
Huge, and automatically hunt for threats, discover vulnerabilities, even predict breaches. The ultimate goal. Reduce cost, reduce complexity, and maybe even eliminate the need for those old legacy SIEM systems.
Security information and event management systems.
Right, which traditionally just aggregate security data. They're doing this by combining their own data fabric with the agentic AI tech from Red Canary, that company they just acquired.
Acquisition closed August 1st, 2025.
Correct. And that integration is designed to deliver a truly AI-powered SOC. It actually drove over 85% year-over-year growth in their SecOps ARR already, so it's gaining traction. Then second, there's agentic ITOps, focused on IT operations. They're rolling out Zscaler Digital Experience, or ZDX, innovations aimed at faster IT ticket resolution, including an AI-powered endpoint remediation solution.
So fixing problems automatically on the device itself.
That's the idea. And their existing ZDX Copilot tool. It already drove 58% year-over-year growth in bookings for their ZDX Advanced Plus SKU in FY25. So customers seem to like this direction.
Okay, so Zscaler's really looking at AI not just as, something to secure, but also as a tool to enhance security itself. That's interesting. Let's move to their second growth factor, Zero Trust everywhere. This is all about eliminating those traditional network perimeters we've, relied on for decades. Right?
Yeah, exactly. It's a comprehensive vision.
Mm.
Includes Zero Trust for users, that's their ZIA/CPA products, Zero Trust for branches, and Zero Trust for the cloud. And they're seeing really rapid adoption, too. Remember, just 2 quarters ago, their goal was 390 plus Zero Trust everywhere enterprises by the end of FY26.
Right.
Well, they're already close. They ended FY25 with over 350 such enterprises, so ahead of schedule.
Okay, let's unpack the Zero Trust branch idea a bit more. This concept of a cafe-like branch where, traditional firewalls and complex SD-WANs just disappear, that feels like a massive shift in thinking for securing remote offices or manufacturing plants. How are customers actually embracing this? Is it catching on?
Oh, absolutely. They say customers are really leaning into this vision. They're actively replacing legacy SD-WAN, firewall-based VPNs, even existing OT security solutions operational technology.
Okay, give us an example.
Sure. Zscaler mentioned a big win, a 7-figure ACV deal, annual contract value with a Global 2000 manufacturing company. This was an existing customer using their Zero Trust for users and cloud. They added Zero Trust branch to secure over 120 manufacturing plants.
And the payoff?
They're expecting over 60% cost savings, so pretty compelling.
Definitely.
Another one from Q4, their largest ever branch deal, actually, a leading higher education institution. It was a 7-figure new logo ACV deal, securing about 150,000 devices across more than 400 locations using Zero Trust device segmentation.
Wow, 400 locations.
Yeah. This really highlights what they see as a massive opportunity to replace legacy gear in literally millions of branches across finance, retail, healthcare, education, you name it.
Okay, and then there's Zero Trust Cloud. Taking this perimeterless idea right into enterprise cloud environments, how does Zscaler secure cloud workloads in this new paradigm?
So Zero Trust Cloud, it's all about securing communication, workload-to-workload traffic and workload-to-internet traffic. It provides workload segmentation by design. The goal is to eliminate the need for traditional VPNs, virtual firewalls, things like express routes or direct connects.
Got it.
And that sheer proliferation of AI we talked about, especially with those massive data needs, it's driving real urgency to secure enterprise workloads better. Zscaler Cloud seems positioned as a robust solution for that.
Any customer examples here?
Yep. A Fortune 10 healthcare enterprise, they expanded their workload protection from just public cloud to cover data center workloads too. It was a 7-figure ACV deal, effectively eliminated their east-west firewalls internally.
And this wasn't their first deal like this with them?
No, actually, their 4th workload expansion deal with this specific customer. shows that kind of land and expand potential within Zero Trust Cloud. It also, importantly, enables the safe adoption of those agentic AI technologies we mentioned, things that need workloads to communicate, especially in RE setups.
Retrieval augmented generation, where the AI pulls external data.
Exactly. Plus, they mentioned a new cloud gateway solution. Apparently reduces deployment time to under 10 minutes, makes it easier to connect distributed workloads, speed up cloud and AI projects.
It really sounds like Zero Trust isn't just a concept for Zscaler. It's like a fully realized, integrated platform across the whole enterprise stack. Which brings us nicely to their third growth vector, data security everywhere. Another area seeing strong demand, I gather.
Absolutely. Their ARR for data security everywhere grew to roughly $425 million. A big driver seems to be enterprises consolidating, getting rid of multiple different data security point products and moving on to Zscaler's single platform instead.
Makes sense from a management perspective. What capabilities does it cover?
It's pretty comprehensive. Includes data discovery, classification, DSPM.
Data security posture management, finding risks in data stores.
Right. And of course, data loss prevention, DLP. What's really interesting, though, is the upsell opportunity they highlighted within their existing customer base here.
Oh, yeah. How so?
Well, currently, only about 30% of their data security customers have 3 or more modules deployed, and only 10% have 4 or more.
So lots of room to grow within the accounts they already have.
Exactly. Massive potential to expand by offering more services, more modules. They gave an example, an existing Fortune 500 services company, who's also a key global system integrator partner for them. This company adopted a whole suite of data security solutions: isolation, email DLP, endpoint DLP, data classification, encryption, even Gen AI security.
For how many users?
350,000 users. It was a 7-figure ACV deal, consolidating multiple point products they had before. And this, it raises an important question, doesn't it? As AI generates and processes just mountains more data than ever before, how critical does a really comprehensive data security everywhere approach become for enterprises trying to actually control and protect their information?
That's a really critical point, yeah. The data explosion makes this almost non-negotiable. Okay, so beyond these three really dynamic growth vectors, Zscaler also has some strategic initiatives shaping their future. One that really caught my eye was the Z-Flex program. Introduced less than 2 quarters ago, they said, but it's quickly becoming their preferred motion for strategic multi-year deals.
Yeah, that one's interesting.
This program alone generated over $100 million in total contract value, TCV, bookings just in Q4. That's like over 50% sequential growth. Pretty fast uptake.
It seems the Z-Flex program offers some real flexibility for customers. That's the key. It lets them adopt different modules at their own pace, but with predefined rates locked in, which, simplifies procurement for these big, complex, multi-year security transformation deals.
Takes some guesswork out of future planning.
Exactly. They gave a great example. A 5-year, 8-figure TCV deal, so tens of millions of dollars, with a large energy customer using Z-Flex. They increased the number of modules they adopted from 14 up to 19, including adding Zero Trust Branch for hundreds of locations. And the result, over 100% increase in their ARR with Zscaler.
Wow.
So it makes it easier for customers to plan, budget, and commit to that longer-term security transformation.
Okay, so shifting our gaze now towards the future, Zscaler's fiscal year 2026 guidance, they mentioned a strategic shift, focusing more on full-year ARR now as their primary growth metric, moving away from billings a bit.
Yeah, that's a common move for mature SaaS companies.
Yeah.
ARR is seen as a cleaner metric.
They anticipate net new ARR will be weighted towards the second half of the year. About 46.5%, 47% landing in the first half. And crucially, their guidance assumes the macro environment will be relatively unchanged. So no major economic shifts baked in.
Standard practice, but good to know.
For the full fiscal year 2026, Zscaler is guiding for ARR in the range of $3.676 billion to $3.698 billion. That represents pretty robust growth, 21.9% to 22.7% year over year.
Still strong growth at that scale.
Revenue projected between $3.265 billion and $3.284 billion. That's 22% to 23% year over year growth. And free cash flow margin guided at a healthy 26% to 26.5%. Still well above that Rule of 40 baseline.
Yeah, the deal closed August 1st, 2025. They recognized about $83 million of ARR from Red Canary right at the close. Their full-year ARR guidance assumes a $95 million contribution from Red Canary, and the revenue guidance assumes about $90 million. But they stressed this guidance takes a, quote, prudent approach. It assumes only low double-digit growth for Red Canary itself. And importantly, no contributions from Red Canary customer contracts that are up for renewal during FY26.
Why leave those out?
Well, they mentioned acknowledging historical churn rates in the MDR business segment generally. It can be a bit higher churn than core platform security.
So they're being conservative, setting a low bar they can potentially beat.
Exactly. It provides a clear runway for potential upside if they manage that integration and retention well.
You know, this deep dive, it really reveals a company that isn't just growing. It feels like they're fundamentally trying to reshape how enterprises secure their digital future. Zscaler's strategic focus on AI security, zero trust everywhere, and data security everywhere. It isn't just about selling individual products, is it?
No, it really seems to be about building this comprehensive cloud-native platform designed specifically for this increasingly complex, increasingly AI-driven world we're entering.
It's like a vision of security woven right into the fabric of the network itself. So, okay, here's a final thought to leave you with. If something like zero trust architecture can genuinely cut cyber incident claims by, say, 31%, and if Zscaler's CEO is bold enough to state publicly that firewalls will become like mainframes,
Yeah.
basically legacy tech, what does that truly mean for the future of network security as you know it, as you experience it?
Yeah, it's a big question.
Are we really on the cusp of a complete paradigm shift, where every single connection, every device, every AI agent has to explicitly verify trust before it can talk to anything else? Or will the old way, the perimeter-based way, linger longer than maybe we expect, forcing us to constantly reevaluate what security even means as new threats keep emerging?
Definitely something to mull over. The transition might be messy.
Indeed, something for you to think about until our next deep dive.